All right, AP Chem, I hope you're doing well on the school closure. And I just want to touch base with you and let you know what's happening in AP Chemistry. We've been told that we can't continue material this week, nothing that's required anyway. So there won't be any new AP Chemistry content this week. It'll start again after spring break. And yes, we will continue the thermodynamics unit that we've been working on. And then we'll do an equilibrium unit. And that will be the end of our AP Chemistry material. And we will have time to be able to get through it all still here. But I'm going to start posting weekly exam reviews. And here's what that looks like. Each week you'll have a review posted. It'll be connected to the AP Classroom website. So we'll be doing old AP test questions. And if you complete that review and earn at least 70%, you're going to earn 1 point toward your last test. And here's what that means. Your last test will be an old AP test. And to understand what that 1 point means, you need to understand how the AP test gets graded. Section 1 on the AP test, you'll take an old test, and section 1 will be all multiple choice. It'll be 50% of your test score in the class. For this particular test, not your whole class. And then you'll have section 2, which is for your response. That'll be another 50%. They'll be added together to give you a total score on the AP test. But the AP test gives a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 score. It doesn't give a percentage score. So this is how they convert that into a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's say on the multiple choice section, this is from the 2017 unreleased exam. Let's say I got 30 out of the 50 correct. There's actually 60 points that you can get, but 10 of those problems are repeated every year for statistical purposes, and they don't count towards your test score. So they only take your score out of 50. So let's say I got 30 out of the 50 that they grade correct. I get 30 points from that. My free response section, each of your 7 questions, I score this, and I get a total of 30 points on my free response section as well. Those would add together to give me a total score of 60 on the test, 60 out of 100 possible. Then AP does statistics on all of the students that have taken the test, and they determine what these composite score ranges are to convert this score, my 60, into an AP score of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So if I got a 60, I'd come down to this list here and I'd find 60. It's going to be right in the top of the 3 category, and I would have scored a 3 on the AP test. If I have done some of the reviews and scored at least a 70% on those reviews, I get 1 point added to this part of your test score, your composite score. So if I had done, I needed a 64 to get into the 4 category. If I had done 4 weekly reviews, I would have gotten myself a 4 on the AP test. Basically, you're earning yourself a curve on your AP test score for that last test that we do in the class. That ends up being converted into a percentage in your gradebook. And I use the AP percents. The 5, if you score a 5 on the AP exam, they say that that's equivalent to an A+, an A, or an A- in a college course. And I give you the top of that grade category. So I say if you get anywhere in the 5 range, I'm going to give you the top of the grade category. You'll get the A+. The 4 would be all the way up to an A-, so the bottom of the A- range, down to a B. So B, B+, or A-. So I'll give you the top of that grade category. You'll get a 93. And then 3 gets an 83. If you ended up getting a 2 or a 1, I'll do a curve based on your actual point total out of the 100 here, and I'll figure out an actual percentage for you for the 2 or 1. But let's say that I scored that 3, and then I do those reviews to bump me into the 4 category. That just bumped my test score by 10% from my final test. So that's how those reviews work. If you have any questions on that, feel free to email me. And the first review is posted on Classroom, and you just need to log on to AP Classroom and do the whole review on there. Thanks.